Your point is to make something that supports your brand and that makes it so that when I am sitting in bed, oh, I need to schedule my dentist appointment, and I'm scrolling through my options and your TikTok comes up, I can see exactly what your brand is and I like you right away. I'm going to choose somebody that I like. So
Right.
my one view, if I'm in that city and I'm looking for a dentist, my one view is way more valuable than 1,000 views out of your range.
AI isn't just changing dentistry, it's completely redefining it. Tune into Bite Size Podcast, the dental AI and tech podcast, and stay ahead of the curve.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Bite Size Podcast. I've brought on a social media AI guru here, Megan Nielsen. What up, Megan?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Adrian?
Good. So Megan is actually kind of like, she works at my social practice, and she is like the creative AI, I don't know, gangster here. I don't know. What's your master?
Like expert, like, just the really on the ground, like just the person, the go-to source. Like,
What's your title? We gave you a title here at my social practice. I can't remember what it is.
Oh,
you're the
the grand master of copywriting and SEO,
or poobah or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, that was your official
title. I got a lot of titles, so I get it.
We just let people make up their own titles here at my social practice, basically. So
most people choose a real one, but
so the reason why Megan should be the person we bring on as a guest is we have tasked her with, as soon as a tool comes out, as soon as an AI tool comes out, like as soon as ChatGPT came out, I was like, Megan, get on this. As soon as Midjourney launched, which is an image generator, like how many images have you made in Midjourney now, Megan? 10,000?
I dream in Midjourney prompts. So.
You dream in Midjourney. Is Suno AI, the music generator, came out.
Yeah.
I was like, go learn this, right? So Veo 3, she knows that. She knows Sora 2, which is Meta's, or not Meta's, but OpenAI's video generator. So she has been like on the front lines of all of this AI content generation and has created workflows and processes and kind of refined her whole process. So that's why we bring Megan on. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, I'm like the expert at appeasing the robots. So I.
Yeah. Plus, she's a mom of 4, and they're all young. And so she's absolutely thinned out with her bandwidth. And so when she goes to create content, her mind is so frazzled that she just comes up with crazy stuff.
That's why. That's the reason.
Or maybe it's because not you're just, creative genius outside of that. It's because you're on the fringe of anxiety constantly.
That's why. Yeah. I mean, if you go check out because I write all the blog posts for my social practice.
Yeah.
Check that out. There is good. Okay, listen. There is very professional. I know how to copyright. Okay. I'm just saying that if you keep an eye on it, sometimes you'll get something that's like, why is this thumbnail a banana? Well, it's a wild ride. That's why. So occasionally.
No, your stuff is hilarious. I mean, you did a bunch of Taylor Swift blog articles. You've done one about hobbits.
In fact, I'm glad that you finally invited me here because I've spent months preparing like I have a 14-part video series going over my opinions on Taylor Swift. So,
nice.
Anytime you want to start, just let me know.
All right.
I'm here.
Well, maybe what we could do is do another one where we do a Taylor Swift content for dentists. I think you could knock it out of the park. I think that's actually a pretty good idea too.
Yeah, I mean, anything trending, and she's the trendiest of the trend. Anyway.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks for coming on, Megan.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. All right. So what we're going to focus on in this particular video is we're actually going to have Megan demonstrate how to create content. We're going to narrow it into video content using Sora 2.
Yeah.
Which is like I said earlier, it's OpenAI's video content generator.
Right.
So to set the stage here, for those that are watching this, why create video content?
Yeah, that's a good question because a lot of people kind of tend to think that's the more daunting thing to create. The thing is, that's what people watch. As AI especially kind of gets more prevalent with search, because we do a lot of SEO. I do a lot of SEO in my writing, my content creation on the back end of our website, and SEO is still really important, and we use that with all of our social media content creation. But videos, both with Google and with all of these AI search engines, they just become more and more relevant. And frankly, it's just how people consume content now, is short form, particularly short form video content. And you see examples of it with all kinds of small businesses where they create content and it gets way more views than any single graphic is ever going to get you. I mean, you're just not going to post an infographic about your cosmetic dentistry procedure and get the engagement that you will with a good TikTok video, you know? Even
Right.
if it's not great engagement, it's still going to be more. So.
Yeah, I looked at, and this was something that was, kind of startling, but I looked at a buddy who's a content creator, and he was showing me his YouTube channel, and he has tons of full length, 30 to hour long YouTube videos, instructional videos, and things like that. He's into social media, so he's always like talking about social media and marketing, that kind of stuff. And he had, I think it was something like, well, he had one video. I looked at several videos. We were looking at the analytics in the videos, and he had one video. It was an hour long. It was a great video. He spent a lot of time developing it, and he had 6 views on the full length video. But we went and looked at the shorts. So he took that full length video and he cut it into 20 shorts. He had almost 13,000 views on the shorts versus 6 views on the long form content. And why is that happening?
Because our attention spans are shot.
Well, that too, but people are using their mobile phone. They're using their mobile phones.
You're sitting on TikTok and you're scrolling through it.
Yeah, you're scrolling on your phone.
Yeah. First of all, if you're searching for something specific, an hour, like a dental content. Let's say you're searching for something specific. You're looking for a dentist. Are you going to watch an hour-long video from your dentist? Even if it's really good, no.
No, you're not.
If you're scrolling through TikTok, you might watch a 10-second quick bullet point.
Yeah, right.
And if it makes you laugh, you might go to that
better.
person's profile.
Yeah, or builds trust in some fashion, right?
Yeah.
All right, so short form video content is like the game now. And I would back that up with a lot of data, but we don't need to go through it. Sora 2 is a tool that creates a short video. How long are they? 7 or 8, 9 seconds?
So the free version is 10 seconds. And you can do this with the free version. You can upgrade for more stuff, but I found the free version is fine for most people.
Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. So you're creating 10-second videos, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, you can use that to create longer videos if you want, but each generation is 10 seconds. You can splice them together is what I'm saying. But.
Okay. All right. So that's what we're going to be demonstrating today. So what's the goal of this? If you're a dentist, so the content that we're going to create, that you're going to create, is going to be content as if you were working at a dental practice. So what's the goal of a dentist saying, well, why do I even do this? Okay, maybe I can get a lot of views, but what am I creating? What type of content and what makes sense?
Yeah. I think that one of the misconceptions people have about making video content, especially when you're kind of a smaller, more localized business, is that what you're doing is essentially the same as what you're trying to do with local SEO, right? You don't try to rank on Google Maps because you really want people across the country to see your listing pop up. You're doing it because you want the people around you, your potential patient base, to have a reason to go to you as a dentist. That's why we're doing reviews. That's why we're doing anything with SEO, and social media plays a big role in that because it's your voice, right? If your website, maybe your signage or whatever, but your voice increasingly is your online presence, your social proof. And so a short form video in particular, because it's something that so many people are locked into and engaged with right now, it's a really good way to build trust, to give a snapshot of your brand really quickly, and to build engagement. I mean, you're not trying to go viral. That's the big misconception, is that you need to create dental content that goes viral. You want to go viral. You sometimes see dentists who have so many views on one clip. But the thing about TikTok and Reels is that you could have one thing get a ton of reach and then go back to not getting very many views overall. It's a very fickle algorithm. It's not super long lasting. That's not what you should be chasing. Those numbers of I'm getting tons of views every time, most of those people are never going to book an appointment with you. So that's really not your metric, is how many overall views you're getting. Your point is to make something that supports your brand and that makes it so that when I am sitting in bed oh, I need to schedule my dentist appointment. And I'm scrolling through my options or whatever, and your TikTok comes up. I can see exactly what your brand is, and I like you right away. I'm going to choose somebody that I like, right?
Right.
So
Right.
my one view, if I'm in that city and I'm looking for a dentist, my one view is way more valuable than 1,000 views out of your, range.
Yeah.
Well,
One thing that I think is, we've been offering social media services for
Yeah.
15 years. And one of the biggest problems with social media is it's difficult to prove an ROI,
Yeah.
right? It's more
Yeah.
of a social proof statement. It's really difficult to provide an ROI. But what's happened recently, and this is a totally different topic, but I'll mention it,
Yeah.
is because AI search is kind of taking over search, like Google Gemini's AI overviews and ChatGPT are being used as a search tool, right?
Yeah.
And Google has basically announced they're going to be moving to a full AI interface. Like next year sometime when you go to Google, it's going to be AI.
Right.
So one of the things that now kind of like connects all of these marketing strategies together, like social media and reputation management and your website SEO and blah, 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 is that the AI algorithms, when they go out and they find content, they're not just looking at your website copy. They actually index Instagram and other social media tools. So the content that you produce on Instagram actually helps you show up for AI search. So now it's, you don't look at these different strategies in silos, right?
Yeah.
You don't look at, I should do social media to get new patients. Wait, does it actually create new patients? I don't know, maybe not. So I'm not going to do social media. But
Right.
now it's tied directly to search.
Right.
So AI content is looking, I know for a fact, we know because it's been announced that Instagram is indexed by ChatGPT and Google Gemini, which is the AI overviews. And I don't know if TikTok is indexed yet. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's coming.
It's a matter of time.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And Facebook would be indexed. So all of a sudden now your marketing initiative for a dental practice should be a full campaign where you're using social media to support your search engine optimization, to support your social proof, et cetera. So it's a big deal. Social media is more important now than it has ever been.
Yeah. I mean, I've been working here for a long time. I started in social media. I was on the social media team. And one thing we did hear a lot was like, well, if I'm not getting all those views, then what's the point in doing social media?
Right.
Because that's not, I mean, increasingly, it's smoke and mirrors. That's the wrong thing to pay attention to. You need to be thinking about, honestly, people don't like this right now because we talked about SEO so much, but you have to be thinking about AI. I've heard people pointing to, well, but AI search doesn't have more of the market than traditional Google. Google still dominates like how people search, but the number keeps going up, and I don't know.
Yeah, that argument is a little bit of a short-sighted argument because Google's moving their entire search engine to AI.
It's like,
it's happening.
Used to do like a Google business profile because it's okay. Well, you have to eventually. Like you do it now, you're going to be the top result.
Yeah.
So social media plays a big part in that because, frankly, the trust that people place in social media is just only continuing to grow. It's what we're exposed to, especially the short form content. People are getting information from it.
So you're doing this to create content that establishes your brand, develops a personality for your practice, but it also supports search engine optimization and being found in search as well as being found in social media tools. Okay, that's good. All right. And do we want to focus, what type of content? Do we want to focus on like the context of the content? Yeah. What are you making?
So my recommendation is to stick to the high engagement type of content, which is fun, funny, trendy, not clinical. Sometimes I have seen people try to do kind of clinical content. I think if you're sharing something clinical, people don't want to watch an AI video of that anyway. Like you're the dentist.
Well, it seems like unethical.
Yeah, it is. It's unethical. And like your expertise, I have an example here I can show you where like you can generate a very realistic looking before and after, if you wanted to in Sora, but you shouldn't because
no, obviously not.
Yeah. And the data already proves that a lot of people are suspicious of AI in any kind of like
Absolutely.
advertising. So you don't want it to come off, I am trying to advertise to you using AI. I'm trying to make any kind of claim. It's fun. It's funny. And honestly, the more that you can tell that it's AI in some cases, the better, because that's kind of what's
You
funny
presented
about.
what it, you know, you should always tell people it's made by
Yep.
AI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People are going to be so suspicious. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at videos on TikTok and I go, that's got to be AI.
Yeah.
And they don't mention it and
Yeah.
so you go into the comments, you're like, everybody's like, AI. This stuff needs to stop.
To the point where real stuff now, people can't sometimes don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, totally. So we should always publish content and indicate how the content was created, or at least if it's created by AI, say this was created by AI. So
right. And I think it's important to remember that with pretty much anything with AI, we're not talking about like data, we're talking like those repetitive tasks, talking about like any kind of creation.
Yeah.
I would not think of AI as any kind of replacement. You're not using it to replace like all of your advertising. You're not using it to replace sharing clinical knowledge, your education, your expertise. It's a tool that you can use to kind of showcase what you already have, which is one thing that we do with some of our tools even, right? Like we have Annie AI that we use. It's not a replacement. It's an enhancement for the people who are actually using it.
Yeah.
Same thing with this social media stuff. If you're using it to create content that supports what you're good at, then great. I think that's what you do. You don't look at it as like some kind of silver bullet for this is how I'm going to do everything from now on. I would still recommend that if you're creating social media content regularly, I would not make it like, I would still shoot a reel in your practice, share pictures of the people in your practice. Don't go all AI. It's just one tool in your tool bag.
Got it. Okay. All right, cool. So where do we start? You're going to begin a project. You want to create some content. Where do you start?
Okay. All right. So
and share your screen if you want to actually like give us a demonstration.
Come follow along with me. Let's take a journey.
Let's do this.
So I put together, a few. We can generate one right now, but I put together a few kind of examples of what I do. So if you go into ChatGPT, this is my free personal version of ChatGPT. They have like pro whatever. For anything that I'm talking about here, you really don't need to do that. Like I'm using my personal account so that you can kind of see that. What I recommend that you start out with, first of all, know that when you're using something like Sora, it's a text to video based tool. And that goes for things like Nano Banana, Veo, all those things. You're doing text to video based. It's really helpful to have AI help you with the text because they understand each other better, So I recommend that the first thing you do is come into ChatGPT is what I prefer for this, but there are other systems, other tools too. I create a new project and you see that I've already created it right here, Sora video ideas. It's very simple. All this does is it's going to condense everything that you're using to create your Sora videos and create a kind of working memory so that the chat remembers like the tone that you like to use, any kind of brand things that you want to mention a lot. You can add files. So if you have copy that's indicative of like your brand vision, whatever, you can add that in there. You can upload it here. In the instructions, I just wrote this as if I'm a dentist. I'm a dentist at Willow Creek Family Dentistry. I want to create short form content for social media. I want to use Sora to create short videos. Help me create prompts and format them for Sora and generate ideas. And then I gave some brand voice information, the kind of videos I want. I like a humorous, on trend.
Okay. So let me just make sure the audience understands what's happening here. So you're going into ChatGPT, and this is called meta prompting. You're using ChatGPT to write a prompt for Sora. Right. And you're doing that. Why? Why not just go right into Sora and write the prompt for the video?
You can, and I have done that before. But first of all, what we're really doing right here is setting up a way to generate ideas and refine those ideas, and then to put them in a context that is going to get you the best result in Sora. With any of these AI content tools, you might need to generate a few times to get something that you like because AI is always going to have weirdness. But in my experience, this gives you the best chance at getting good content faster because frankly, the way that my brain is saying, oh, I want to do this idea, AI, ChatGPT is going to take that idea, smooth it out, and make it something that Sora understands in its text-based system.
Okay, so it's AI. The prompt that ChatGPT gives you is going to be written in a way, because it's written by an AI,
Right.
It's going to be written in a way where another AI understands the prompt.
Right. And I find that most helpful with creating the tone and also with creating like the visual style. Because I don't know a lot of the terminology that I'm even trying. I know what I want it to look like. I don't always know the terminology. ChatGPT does. So it'll get the video style.
And it'll format it correctly.
Yes. And
I've done this before with copywriting.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing I want to talk about is why a project. So inside of ChatGPT, you can create a project. And what a project does is it's like taking a particular chat. It's like going straight to chat in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But basically what you're doing is you're getting a framework. You're saying, so this project is specifically about generating content or creating this type of thing.
Right.
Okay. Another example of how practices have used projects is, like, I know a few practices that have created a project for their insurance coding. So the insurance coding book is, I don't know, 500-600 pages. It's massive.
Right.
And every time a practice needs to go in and search for the insurance codes related to this insurance company or whatever it might be, they got to scan through the book, right?
Right.
So they just dropped the entire book copy into a project, and they call it the ABC Dental Insurance Code Project. Okay. So then when you go into that project and you chat and you say, I need this code, it immediately gives it to you. Because it's using the database. It's inside the project. You've got all the content for the insurance book. So it's limiting. Yeah. And it knows that when you put a prompt into that project, it already has instructions about what's going on. So that's basically what you're doing for ideas, I guess.
And so it knows that when I can come in here and I can write a chat where I'm just like, dentist petting a dog. And it knows that I'm making a video, right? Those are the instructions.
It's in the instructions.
Yes. So it's going to put that in there.
Okay,
and then also it's a great way so you don't have to constantly be like, give me this tone, this is our brand, this is how we like to present ourselves, these are the colors. What you can put all of that in there.
You can drop it all in there. Logos, you can drop color palettes, everything.
Right.
Okay. The history, you could like literally dump in everything about your practice.
Yeah.
And say blah.
Right. And because it remembers, it has a working memory, it'll remember what you've already done. And often can help you get new ideas because of that, or incorporate something you already did into something else. So it's cool though.
So really quick, also inside of a project, you've got the instructions, but you've also got files that you can add. So if you were going to, let's say that you wanted your videos to be a certain color palette, you could add a color palette or the logo as a file. And then in the instructions say, I want to make sure that we use this kind of a color palette. Or you could take pictures of your practice.
Right.
And you could upload the pictures and say, try and use pictures, the images that are similar to the images attached here, because this is what our practice looks like.
Right.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Cool. All right. Keep going.
Okay. I've already created this. And then what do you do from there? You have a couple of options. One thing you can do is go straight into ChatGPT and just say, I want to post some content. I don't know what I'm going to post. Give me some ideas. Right.
Okay.
I've done that before, and see, we're going up here to the top of a chat that I did where I'm just kind of explaining like what I want to do, and it gives me a bunch of different prompts, a bunch of different ideas. So what I would recommend, if you really have no inspiration though, you have no idea what to post, but you want to do something on trend, is to start. You can get a kernel of an idea through ChatGPT where it's saying, hey, give me some ideas of what to do. It'll give you some like seasonal ideas, whatever. But what I like is to go to TikTok's Creative Center.
Okay.
It's just ads.tiktok.com. And you can go right here to where it says hashtags. You can see anything that's trending, like the videos that are trending. Like you can see right here, you have a Ring doorbell video. That's a thing that I created that I'll show you in a minute here. But go on to hashtags and you're going to see what's
trending.
What's trending and what demographic. Okay. A lot of sports stuff, usually Dancing with the Stars. When I looked this up, I thought to myself, okay, how can I do Dancing with the Stars for dentists? There is always an angle. And sometimes that's where ChatGPT really comes in handy because this Dancing with the Stars that has so many posts right now that people are searching constantly, it's not going to be searched in a week from now. It's just not going to have this reach anymore. But right now,
But today,
right now, it's great. And you can kind of see the demographics, the people who are looking this up.
okay.
ChatGPT is a really good way to say, hey, this is trending right now. Give me some ideas of what to do.
Okay.
I'll sometimes come in here and see. So I looked at this TikTok. It's basically like a wife is filming her husband reacting to the finale.
Okay. Gotcha.
So what I did with that was I came into Sora, or not to Sora, to ChatGPT.
Inside your project.
Inside my project. And I gave it this. I said, give me a mock video example idea plus a full Sora prompt plus a caption. You can put that in your instructions. I just hadn't done it yet. Let's do it for a funny trending concept. Dancing with the Stars just aired a finale. Let's do a spoof on the idea of a wife filming her dentist husband watching the finale, getting angry that his contestant lost, and calling the office to announce they're closed for the rest of the week. Well, that was my off-the-cuff idea, right?
Okay, all right, gotcha.
ChatGPT, and I had that idea, but you could just say Dancing with the Stars just aired a finale. In fact, let's do it right now. Let's do two. Let's do some more ideas about Dancing with the Stars. Give me more dental-related ideas I can use to create Sora videos. The magic of real time. I don't know what's going to happen. The crown finale. DWTS crowns a winner. You dramatically crown a dental model. It's going to give you a whole bunch of different ideas.
Okay. So you can just grab one of those.
You can grab one of those, whatever you want to do. Mimic the judge reactions, but instead of dance scores, you're reacting to an x-ray. That's great. That could be
That's pretty funny. That could be funny.
That could be really funny. There's a lot of good. Yeah. There's some things that I'm like, that's a good try, ChatGPT, but there's a lot of good kernels in there too.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So anyway, we're just gonna stick with what I did because I have examples. And and then this gave me a concept, kind of like just a more in-depth concept. Okay. And it gave me a full prompt here because there's a few ways that you can prompt within Sora. This is my favorite way, and I'm going to show you with this meta prompting why this is my favorite way. But it also is going to give me captions. I asked it to give me some hashtags. It gave me a whole bunch of captions. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, what we created with it.
All right. So then you copy all of that, or do you just copy the prompt?
I'm just copying the prompt. There are two prompts that I worked with when I was doing this, and the second one we'll look at in a minute. I did that in a different chat, but basically, hold on, that's going to be loud. So this is when you get to Sora. Let's go to the Sora homepage. So you get to Sora, and you're going to see just like Instagram. You have all these different things that are going through here. If you go to my page, you can see a lot of the stuff that's on our Dental AI Instagram.
Yeah.
By the way.
By the way, we'll put a hashtag. We'll put a link to that. There's a Dental AI Art Instagram account that we have that Megan puts all of her stuff on.
Yeah. And so you can kind of see, I'll show you a little bit of that in a second, just because there's a good example of an end product on that, obviously. But so you can see that I've done a bunch of generations of this idea, right?
Gotcha.
Okay. Right here, this is where you do your video. You can do really quick. Give me a dentist upset about the Dancing with the Star. No, you don't want to do a brand name. About celebrity dance competitions results. Okay. So that's what I meant when you can come in and you can just talk.
Put a little idea in there and see what it gives you.
Sometimes it gives you good stuff. Sometimes not.
I found that the tighter the prompt is, not shorter, but actually longer, more descriptive, more, I've done some video content creation and I actually give it a shot list and and I get almost exactly what I want. So a longer prompt actually works better.
Right. And it depends on the tool too, because you can see right here, there's a storyboard option. And I did one of these with the storyboard where scene by scene, second by second, you can describe what you want to happen. I had ChatGPT help me do that. I find I've been trying to do this in Sora for a while, and it kind of works, but you can see it's still in beta. Mm-hmm. Right now, I prefer what we did in ChatGPT rather than this really quick thing. We'll see what it spits out with this quick little, I have an idea. Let's drop it in there. Okay. And then we have the best of both worlds, in my opinion, scenario here, where it's giving you a Sora prompt where it does give you like a this scene, then this scene.
Right.
But it's not doing a storyboard. And I've also done one where ChatGPT helps me like do the storyboard.
Got it.
My favorite ones, let me show you. This is an example of what happens when you just toss an idea in, one quick sentence. You're not giving it many details to work with.
Okay.
No way. There's no universe where Nikki and Leo beat Mara and Tyrese by 1%. Did nobody see that lift? Mara landed it like a feather.
Got
I
it.
paused a root canal
Okay.
for this. A root canal. And this is
It's funny. There are definitely some things in there that, you know, you would get a little tighter, a little more your vision if you were giving it some more information.
Right.
And then here's an example of one that I did with the full storyboard, and it's okay. It's okay. I'll show you what I mean. Let me pull.
What? No!
He's not taking this well.
Nope, I can't work tomorrow. Absolutely not. Hey, yeah, cancel tomorrow. My favorite contestant lost. I'm too upset to come in. It's just devastating, man.
Well, it kind of gives you a little bit more, but I find that it doesn't really follow the flow of the storyboards that I'm putting in really specifically.
That was the storyboard one.
Yes, that's the storyboard one. I like what we looked at here, where you're having it give you a little bit more to work with. This is what it's copy and paste ready. Pop that in there. And you might tweak it a little bit from there. So for example, I started putting that in here. And then what I found was that in my prompt, I have the dentist calling his office and saying, close the office tomorrow, whatever. But the AI kept getting really confused with the phone. It kept turning the coffee cup into the phone, or the phone to the phone. He's talking to the remote, So I just took that out of the prompt, the ChatGPT. Like I tweaked it a little bit.
What? Are you kidding me? They just robbed him. They just robbed him on live television.
Babe.
I'm not going in tomorrow. We're closing the office for the rest of the week. I'm not joking. I need time to process.
It turns out like it's funny. It's engaging. One thing you'll note is that all of these people are different people. But there is a way, if you found like little clips, like if you're like, oh, I really like the beginning of this one, but then the remote control turns into a phone and I don't like that. You could generate like 5 of these and smush them together and just take pieces out. I like the Instagram Edits app. It's very easy. You upload it directly in there. And you can create a character in Sora, which is they're really good. You can save your character, and then anytime you tag that character,
it'll bring you back into the new video.
Yes. And they're really consistent, actually.
Yeah. You can also take a video of yourself.
Yes. My husband.
And create a character for yourself. And then you can put yourself in any of these videos.
My husband did that for sports.
Cool.
We have some truly, truly terrifying now videos of him as BYU's mascot doing backflips on the field. So.
All right, cool. All right. So we've used the Sora prompt. We've dumped it in. We've given them 3 examples of how to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So once you've got the video, you obviously can publish it on Sora, but you're going to download it and upload it to your other social media channels and add the hashtags and a caption.
Yes. Once I've got the video that I want, whether I've put it in the Edits app or not, then I like to go, because this prompt is all laid out in my instructions and it knows what I want. And you can tell it, I always want a caption. I always want hashtags, whatever. It's going to give me captions. If you don't want it, I mean, they turn out pretty well if you give it the tone that you want. Your dentist, we'll show you this one in a second. But okay, so for this one it gave you, when your favorite contestant lost the DWTS finale and suddenly your dentist needs a week of bereavement leave, please respect our privacy during this difficult time. It's funny.
Okay, Willow Creek Family Dentistry, which is in the instructions. Got it.
Yes, which is in the instructions, exactly. So I pulled that out. But I just asked it, give me some other ideas. And this one is, DWTS robbed us, office closed until further notice. Please respect our healing process. This one was like, I fix teeth for a living, but apparently I can't fix a broken heart from that DWTS result.
Those are great.
Yeah, there's some it's great. You put in the tone that you want, and it can do this. Like this,
it'll nail it.
Makes it so quick and takes away a lot of that. I don't know, And then as far as hashtags, I recommend that you ask it to generate 3 to 5 hashtags. There are going to be some that I would always recommend doing one that's like hyper local to you, a little bit more. If you live in the larger area, then those hashtags usually have pretty good.
You're just geotagging the area, geotagging, yeah.
But you're not going to want to we used to put in 30 hashtags into everything, but Instagram, this is like brand new. Instagram has started, like some users are seeing a pop-up where they can't put in more than 3. So it seems
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, they're starting to move. This is like this week. They're starting to move away from, they're
Nice.
testing it at least. It's in beta for some people. But even that's the case, Instagram recommends 3 to 5 hashtags. I find that's the best advice. And that's kind of the case across most social media. 3 to 5. So you pick some that are a little bit broader, things like dentist life, dentist humor. You can, if you're using AI, you might want to do like dental AI.
Got it.
Those are good ones. Of course, you can use whatever's trending on TikTok, or on Instagram as well. But you don't want to be too drowned out. So that's why I like a good mix.
And where do you want to publish this to? What are the social media accounts you want to publish it to?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're publishing it on Sora. So
Yes.
Sora's published there, but where else?
So you can do it on Sora. I think most people, though, from what I'm seeing, are using that more for the creation, and then they're uploading it somewhere else. You're not getting a lot of people scrolling through Sora. But you can do Instagram, I would say, is the number one. So Reels, because like you mentioned earlier, it does play into the algorithm with search and AI search. So Instagram, Facebook Reels, so Facebook and Instagram, they're the same, right? But you're going to have, when you do like an Instagram reel, it's going to be on your Facebook as well. Like you can get it from kind of both of that social proof there. So that's like really the big one, because that's going to cover your top 2. But even though TikTok is not really included in that algorithm yet,
In the indexing?
The indexing, yes. I would still build up your TikTok account. First of all, because people are scrolling through it. But second of all, because like you said, like we talked about, it's a matter of time. And having yourself already established is actually going to be like really big points, I think, for when it does inevitably become something that all these AI search tools are drawing from.
Yeah.
So
Instagram, TikTok, what about YouTube Shorts?
Yes, that's the third one that I said Facebook on accident. So YouTube Shorts is a good one. That, I believe that is, the big ones are those 3, and I believe that YouTube already does get pulled. It definitely, like the longer
Well, it's
videos,
owned by Google, so I know it's
pulled
getting
into the algorithm. So
definitely getting indexed.
those Facebook, those YouTube Shorts are definitely getting pulled in there. If I were to recommend what to focus on, those would be the top 3. Instagram, I think, is your most important one right now, just because it seems
That's where the audience is at.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's where people are searching for things like, on TikTok and on YouTube, it's more generally, we see people on there more looking for entertainment value. Obviously, Instagram is too, but people are expecting to follow a business on Instagram.
Right.
That's where my priority would be. But you're going to have, it's so easy to just upload it, just pop it on all 3.
Hey, I remembered we were talking about finding the trending ideas, and you were saying, look, just go ask ChatGPT or check TikTok. We also have a weekly trending social media idea, and it's usually a video idea that's been turned into like a dental idea. And it's a free email that comes out every week. I'll put it in the show notes. It's called the weekly dental social media trending ideas email or something like that.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to that, you'll get an idea every week. There's something that you can either shoot, if you want to shoot something with your practice, or you could turn it into an AI generated kind of an idea.
Yeah, which you should still do. You should still do that. You should still shoot yourself.
Shoot stuff, yeah.
People like that. So
people love it.
Anyway, yeah, that's what you can do here. I'm trying to think of
what's the cadence. So what should the cadence be in terms of content creation?
So I would say the most effective is obviously going to be posting multiple times a week. At least 3 times a week is like you are maintaining, potentially growing. I also find if you're looking at Instagram, you're looking at your analytics there are going to be times of day that are better for posting. In fact, our publisher has that where it looks at your particular viewers and looks to see when they're most active. All of that information, you do want to follow the cadence of all that data. And usually that's going to be when people are first waking up or getting home from work.
Gotcha.
But at least 3 times a week is ideal. And they don't all have to be, home run. Oh, this is the funniest.
No, it just needs to be something.
Posting. It's just, hi, I'm here. That's sometimes just getting something out is what's signaling to Google that I'm relevant. I'm continually posting content. I'm active, you know?
Yeah.
So another reason why you're not aiming to make the viral video of the week.
Yeah. I don't think virality
Yeah.
is not the goal here. That's not
No.
how things are done anymore.
No, it's like this
So,
shiny toy dangled in front of a cat.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Any other tips and tricks on this whole kind of process you can think of?
Yeah, I think that utilizing the characters thing is a great way to get some consistency. A lot of the times coming up with ideas, even when you have trends, because when you're posting 3 times a week, if you've committed to that, it's really easy to say that, but then you really want to simplify this process as much as possible so that it's not taking you more than like 10 minutes to from start to
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
come up with a video, publish it. You know, maybe you have a great idea and you want to spend more time on something because you're me and you're crazy. But dentists, you're busy. You have teeth to attend to.
Yeah.
So you want to make this as simplified as possible. So my biggest advice is let the AI do the work for you. Let ChatGPT do this work for you. And then when you're actually posting it, use those things that might take a little bit of setup on the front end that you're like, I don't want to, like setting up a project, setting up those characters in Sora, little bit of setup to begin with, but then later it makes it so much easier to be consistent because you're like, okay, here's an idea. I'm going to tag my character in this project. And then, it's like the hashtags are there, the caption is there, you're done because you did a little bit of setup to begin with.
Yeah.
So I honestly, the biggest tip right now is that for AI, a lot of people are so concerned about AI replacing you, AI replacing your staff, but if you embrace it as a way to make this kind of thing easier, you're just going to make it easier for your staff to do their jobs, right?
Right. And
So
to help out with marketing. Yeah.
yeah,
for sure.
it's not a replacement. Like I said, you still want to do things where you're highlighting your stuff, where you're doing you're taking videos or whatever in
Yeah.
your office. But even with those videos, ChatGPT is a really good way to get ideas and
Yeah.
scripts.
Trending ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do everything that I just showed you here. Do the exact same thing, but instead of putting it into the Sora, just do it. Just
shoot it.
Just shoot it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it can be kind of silly. It doesn't have to be that good. People love that, honestly.
That's awesome. One last thing I'll mention is that, I mean, in terms of trying to come up with ideas,
Yeah.
you said something about, coming up with a character or something like that. There's kind of a rule in content creation or creativity, which is if you can narrow the scope of what you're trying to do, so you give yourself a lot of constraints, it's actually easier to come up with creative content. So coming up with a particular character or a theme, right? Or something that can be repeatable is, so you're not just saying, okay, what do I do this week? Right.
Yeah.
But, maybe you've got a theme of the crazy dance video of the week and you use AI to do it. And you use one of the songs from, that's trending or something like that.
Mhm.
Then you come up with a character that's always doing the dancing.
Yeah.
And now you've got an idea that you can repeat.
Yeah.
Because next week it's just, all right, what's the new song? I know my character, and make the video.
Yeah.
So constraints, that's the
Right.
key.
I mean, I have examples. That's one thing I'm working on with the dental AI thing. You probably didn't see on Sora, but because we've generated so much since then, but I've made a few different characters and they are silly. I mean, Dr. Vlad here, he's a vampire dentist. That's his whole thing, is that he's an obvious vampire dentist, but he's saying, I'm just a dentist, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Dr. Foot, who she's very bad. She's a very good dentist, but she's not good at dental marketing. So this is an example of
hi, welcome to Foot's Dental, where we help your teeth. We fix teeth. And right now we've got a big stickers with any appointment. It's time for your teeth. Foot's Dentistry, we believe bigger is better, at least for demonstration toothbrushes. You can keep.
So
Yeah.
that's just an example of, I used her character,
Yeah.
saved her, and then I was able to generate.
Terrible at marketing.
Yes, I generated 10 different videos, and then I was able to just, in the edits app, stick them together to something that's pretty funny. It's pretty good, and it's consistent. So that's fun. And again, people don't care that it's
If
AI
it's not
and
complete,
weirdness.
it's
Yeah.
true. And it doesn't have to be completely polished. If
Yeah.
there's something wrong there for a second, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I would do that. You know, sometimes you get a home run right out of the gate and you get like the funniest video right out of the gate. And yeah, you can use this or not, but I'll show you. There's a big trend that's like these fisheye, like Ring doorbell videos.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
did one where you missed your dentist appointment. And so your dentist, I did this in Sora, exact same process. And on the first try, it gave me a video that I wouldn't even edit. I would just put it straight onto social media. So
Hi, Sarah. It's Dr. Kelly. Quick question. Where were you at 2 p.m. today? Don't make me come back tomorrow. I will. Also, it's time to replace your toothbrush.
That's good.
it's just great. So there are so many things that you can do here that are a really good supplement to your social media.
Yeah.
Really on trend. AI is the big thing. You're also signaling to your patients that you are on top of these kinds of trends, like on top of technology when you're posting to social media, but also using new tools
Yeah.
that are available to you. So there are a lot
Awesome.
of benefits. A lot of benefits.
Awesome. Megan, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. We'll definitely do this again. We'll get in deeper on some of these
Yeah.
tips and tricks and strategies and so forth. But
Yeah. Set aside a few hours. I have some theories about Taylor Swift's wedding.
okay. Okay, that sounds great. All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for listening to Bite Size Podcast. Tune in to stay up to date with everything dental AI and tech